Rav, we must arise from our animal state, from our world, or the world of feeling, into a completely different level. The upper world, the spiritual world. Instead of a separate world, a distinct, discrete world, we enter an integral world. These are completely different thoughts. It says when a person imagines for himself having everything that exists as one system, closed, integral, in which exists everything, completely different connections. There's no higher, no lower, no beginning, no end. Everything is closed in an eternal flow of thoughts and feelings. This system is called the Creator. To elevate us from our state, individual, scattered, very sort of, I'm not sure how to put it exactly, maybe small, having no relation to that great closed integral system which exists in complete harmony. For that reason, we are given a few tools. First, this is the work in the group. When I, against my natural desire, my egoistic desire, connect into them and must lose myself in them, meaning dissolve. The group is my maternal womb, the place in which I can develop myself as the embryo to my next spiritual state. All the exercises that we do are only in order to make this embryo out of ourselves. And it is said that everything that a person feels, everything he thinks, he must ascribe everything to this upper system, this upper governance, which controls him, which brings all the thoughts and feelings to him, and he is simply the consequence of that. So it's not that we're a consequence of this system. The thing is that we must feel ourselves as the consequence of this system, that we enter unison with it perfectly, that we subjugate ourselves entirely to it, we wish to serve it from that tiny egoism that we now have, and then that egoism will develop more and more and grow. It will constantly resist our dissolving into this upper system, into the Creator. And we will work on it constantly, so that against it, against all obstacles, any obstacles that appear in us, obstacles that will come up in us as if we think by ourselves and we feel by ourselves, or there are other sources around us that influence us somehow. Mostly it's enemies and naysayers. They all will be ascribed to one upper single system, the Creator. And if we can't do it, and we won't be able to do it, then we have only the most dependable path, and that is to ask for this upper system to take it into itself, to elevate us into itself, so that we would be born in it. In general, none of our efforts in anything won't bring to any result except for this true request. When a person feels that he has no opportunity to exit himself and rise into that system, because it's above his thoughts and feelings. On the other hand, thanks to his studies and his efforts, he wants to do it very much. Not to distance himself from corporeal problems, which are also aids in this, they push him from below, so in order to make him want to jump higher. But in order to really go out into that upper system, into that feeling, to exist on the level of the Creator, and not egoistically maybe, but in order to bring contentment to this upper system, to the Creator. It turns out that all of our being pushed from behind, all of our nonsense and all of our everything that we've gone through in life, all our meaningless and tiny tasks and feelings and thoughts, all of this is only to bring us back, having accumulated, to realize that we can't attain anything ourselves. We'll always be spinning freely in our ego. But we can only do one thing: to forcefully, through the group, demand, ask the Creator for Him to elevate us into Himself, for Him to impregnate Himself with us. Let us form this prayer. Like a woman that wishes to become pregnant, how can we evoke this desire in the Creator so that He would become pregnant with us? Please.